and she shall strike me down and become the new Empress of Pongo. Oh, what? Can't you see I'm trying to reenact the Rise of Skywalker? Sorry, but it's time for you to go on YouTube. Oh, right, the video. I'll deal with you later. Oh, guys, Pongo here again. And, so I just saw the Rise of Skywalker. And, well, you guys can come at me with pitchforks and knives because I thought it was one of, if not the best, Star Wars movie in the whole Skywalker saga. Now, you don't have to take my word for it because I have not seen the prequels. I plan to see the prequels. If I have the time, I will. But for now, the title of best Star Wars movie stands with this one. It was so amazing. All the action scenes, Kylo Ren's redemption even, which I think that was kind of a controversial one. And, yeah, so, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. There's going to be a full-on review at some point, but for now, let's go over something. While watching the movie, I spotted 2 MCU connections. No, MCU characters did not appear in there, if that's what you're thinking. Before you call me a liar, I'm saying what I mean by MCU connections is that there were 2 very similar scenes that could have been exactly identical. Well, almost. And in this video, we're going to talk about what those 2 scenes are. I think you'll find it reminiscent of Avengers Endgame, specifically. These 2 scenes I'm talking about are from Avengers Endgame, or the original concept originated from Avengers Endgame. With that being said, let's go with the 2 MCU, quote-unquote, scenes. Number 1, Starfleet Assemble. MCU connections that spoke out to me in The Rise of Skywalker was the help arriving. You know, where everyone shows up to take on the First Order, or Final Order fleet, arriving to pose aid. Well, that was one of the best scenes of the film. I gotta admit. And, if you don't think so, then, well, let me know what your favorite scene was. But, for me, that was one of my favorite scenes. Because I did not see that coming. I read the plot summary on Wikipedia, as I always do, because I like to be spoiled before a movie. Don't ask me why. But even though I read it, it still caught me off guard. Maybe I didn't look at that one part in the description carefully, but that honestly caught me off guard. As did the Palpatine defeat scene, which we will talk about as number 2. So let's describe it. So, basically, Poe worries that there will not be enough to take on the Final Order fleet. And he said there's too many of them. And then a person to the transmission says, well, there are more of us. And then we see tons of ships coming through. I mean, something raises the question. Do all the people on those planets own starships? I mean, where'd they get all those starships? Maybe the Resistance had some spare fleet? I mean, I know the Millennium Falcon went back for them, but how did they all get there? That is a question that I don't think was answered, but it was a good scene nonetheless, because it set up the plot point for the entirety of the Resistance battle. Well, the final stages of it anyway. And, yeah. So, what makes this connected to the MCU, or inspired by it? Well, look back and watch this scene, the full scene of Avengers Endgame, Avengers Assemble. We all know that scene became a classic. Like, really, it did. People started making videos of it, even though you can't recreate the fun you had at the cinema seeing that scene. I did not see Avengers Endgame in theaters. I only saw it through I think I actually stumbled upon the first video on that by accident, but I loved it. So, yeah. I'm sorry if I don't have an official clip of what happened in The Rise of Skywalker with that scene, because no one uploaded it illegally. But yeah, I'll show you why Avengers Assemble became a classic. Heck, even Hasbro got inspired by it. Alright, check it out. Yeah. Right after this thing loads. Yeah. What? Avengers Assemble! So, yeah, Hasbro might have changed the background music and scenes to avoid copyright and stuff. Might have shortened the scene, but yeah, you could tell that was definitely inspired by Endgame. Hasbro, I know what you're doing. If you're behind there listening to this video, I'm on to you. You were definitely inspired by Endgame, weren't you guys? Anyway. So, yeah. Basically, if you look closer, at that scene, or if you remember the Rise of Skywalker scene, you can see how similar it is to it. I mean, the heroes are in imminent danger, and then, yeah, the fleet shows up on time, just like in Avengers Endgame. All of the MCU characters arrived, and yeah, it became epic. Also, I wonder what inspiration J.J. Abrams got for the final order. Was that his plan all along? Or did he make it up on the fly? Because if he made it up on the fly, it was really well thought out, actually. Because if it was on the fly, it didn't look like it was on the fly. It looked like it was all planned out. I mean, how could anyone hate this movie? Oh, well. I'll discuss that in the review. The Phantom Menace really doesn't matter to me. But okay, let's see if we can move on to our next MCU connection. Final MCU connection, because I only spotted 2. If you spotted more MCU connections, tell me and I'll make a second video about it. Yeah. Suggestions are always open in the comments, as long as you don't criticize Disney. Okay. Next one. Number 2, and I'm Jedi Girl. No, seriously, I made that up. I felt was a direct callback to I Am Iron Man. You know, Tony Stark's sacrifice at the end of Avengers Endgame. So, I saw that scene, and I thought that was really epic. This was where Palpatine was defeated in an epic way. I mean, some would argue that nothing can beat Anakin Skywalker's redemption. But even then, that didn't stop Palpatine from coming back. This one, oh my. Palpatine's not coming back after this one. He was totally deconstructed. The whole throne room exploded, so the essence of the Sith homeworld cannot bring him back this time. Unless Disney's planning something, but honestly, bringing back Palpatine twice, as much as I love to unconditionally defend Disney, if they bring Palpatine back for another trilogy, even if it's not related to the Skywalker saga, that would be kind of repetitive. I gotta admit. But I think it's safe to assume that he's gone for good. And his character, and Ian McDiarmid's character, Palpatine, totally got what was coming to him. Watch the clip. I actually found the clip of it from The Rise of Skywalker, and then I'll show the Avengers version of it. Okay, let's go. Yep. Very epic. Now, let's see about the MCU version, aka the original version. Yep, so, that MCU scene, compared to the Rise of Skywalker imitation of it, it was, toned down. I mean, I caught the MCU, reference immediately, but for such an epic movie like Endgame, I kind of felt that the original was kind of toned down compared to this. I mean, Rey pulled off an I am Iron Man and then literally incinerated Palpatine with his own lightning. Where did I see someone defeated by their own power before? Oh yeah, that one book in Wings of Fire, Darkstalker was destroyed by his own animus magic. If you guys read Wings of Fire, you'll know what I'm talking about, but that's not what I'm going to go into about. So, yeah, those are the two MCU connections, references, or scenes inspired by it. I truly believe Disney had that intention, but if they didn't have that intention, then it was a lucky coincidence, I believe. Well, thank you for watching this video. This is a long upload. This will be a long upload, I mean. And now, thank you and enjoy your day. Now back to what I was doing. Oh yes. Yes. Back on the back on the set. Let's finish this. You can't stop me. I am all of the Sith. And I am all the Jedi. No! So epic. Well played, huh, Twilight? Yeah, we sure played it good. Hey, Rainbow Dash, did you see the rest of that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Pongo, I literally thought Twilight was going to incinerate you. Good thing not. See, guys, if you're still here, this is what we do on our days off. When we're not. When Twilight and Rainbow Dash, who are our students, are not at our school, we sometimes like reenacting Disney movies time to time. And this was the most recent one. I mean, I had to brief them on what happened. You're still here then. Okay, bye-bye.